very special film podcast. It's number 453 and it's a Forza Horizon Live hospital podcast special. We've got a war knowledge. We've got the green and black one, which is got the option.
Am I correct in saying this is out right now?
Indeed. Welcome along, everyone. It's Forza Horizon.
Let's go.
The beautiful Fred V, Skyscraping.
Absolutely brilliant track.
Now, the album features 20 tracks.
You have arrived at your destination.
Pop and Subwave, your good self, Mr. Deggs, Urban...
Wow. It's like looking in a mirror, right? I mean, the perfect stunt double is an identical twin. You said you wanted some driving lessons. Get in! Let's go!
Flavor D, Fred V, Roof Roll, Metrics, Fire, Blue, Logistics, Mike Hits, Gorilla Ravage, Kingsley Roll,
There's a new movie. Vanguard Force 10.
Yeah, I've seen the teasers. And I had fun driving stunts on the last
Chris, you did that so smoothly, bro.
The director is insisting we do our own stunts this time round. So I need to get decent after the standard you set on the last one.
Have to do your own
Stop,
stunts.
I don't really mind.
Well, let's see what we can do.
That's the Stockholm slide.
Filming. It's hopeless. I'll never impress Victor Garcia Hernandez as a driver or legitimate dramatic actor. Actually, I have an idea.
So obviously,
you know,
to everyone at
there's
Microsoft
a bit of resemblance here. What if we don't tell anyone and hang on. You do the driving and I do the acting. I think we could pull that off.
Everyone at Forza 4 sending me the game. When I came back from Jamaica, I had a beautiful download code which was ready to use. So I've crashed the car about 5 or 6 times listening to me.
Hey Josh.
You're great. Me, on the other hand, it just seems to put me off.
It shouldn't
However,
be a tough
this
choice.
particular track is
What
Bandicoot
songs play
by
at your Hall of
Flavor D,
Fame induction
one of my
on the other
favourites
hand?
on this album, and this is actually part of the skill songs.
Now that's a tough one.
I've got a stunt coming up. Get the costume on and pretend to be me.
In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right.
So basically what happens is every time this tune is played, you get like double points for like jumping on hills and like just basically speeding and being a bit of a mess. I wouldn't personally do that around the sort of motorway in Brighton, M23, that kind of area, but you know, on the game it's perfectly legal to have it set.
400 meters, turn left.
I'm so bad at gaming, it's unreal.
Turn left.
When you first start doing Forza Horizon, because I'm not like sat on the zone. Like, you know, because you have to get a certain distance before you can unlock the radio stations.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Yeah, so it's the same for this one as well. You know, you don't get hospital radio straight at the start of the game, so you don't have to put a little bit of skill in. I'll tell you what.
Turn around
Me
when
and
it
you
is safe
will
to do
record us
so.
together playing it and showing people up and how to do it. We should definitely do that.
I might need someone to like, you know, like basically like take the wheel. I'll just pretend.
It's so easy, man.
It's so embarrassing, man.
So up next, we're going to play Unwritten, which is from myself. Can't believe it's part of this album. You trust in my production, man.
You have arrived at your destination.
Don't sweat the dialogue, mate. We'll get that later. You just focus on your driving.
Okay, Mike. Will do.
Mate, come see me after we cut. I'll get you some lozenges or something.
Scene 15. Downhill escape stunt sequence. Action! Righto, Victor. And this is the very first shot of the movie, yeah? No intro, just straight in with the car chases. Well, you're the genius.
Very good, Mike. I'm in the helicopter. I look forward to seeing what our driver can do. That was Mike's steam. Just the stunt direction, while Vic... Victor is the overall director. Seems like he bought it.
Okay, so this is your very good self.
Yeah.
Unwritten. What do you mean it's unwritten? It's finished.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is finished. It's just because, you know, the words
Mike
say
and his
everything
crew are
you
ready
said,
for the next
and
stunt.
I thought,
I snuck
you know,
away
if
to my
you say
trailer
it,
to
you're not
call
writing
you.
it, so I'm
Victor
written. I mean, it's
thinks
just a
I'm
part of my, you know,
preparing.
attempt to be a genius and failing massively at all
In
times.
400 meters, turn right.
So what I wanted to ask you, so now now that you've got the game, now you've been playing the game,
Turn right.
what's it like playing the game, listening to your own tune, and then hearing yourself presenting the radio? It's kind of super weird.
It's like being in a Degception. It's like Inception, but it's like Degception, and it's actually really strange. I mean, I've got a nice BMW X5, which I use a lot for the off-road stuff, and genuinely, when I'm in a race and I hear this tune come on, or I hear us bantering, I pretty much total the car every time. It's a little bit embarrassing, but you know what? It feels like an absolute honour to be a part of this game, and not only that, I really enjoyed recording with you, and I really enjoyed the whole experience of doing something like that for the first time. And of course, you know, I've not been producing that long, so to be able to have a track on there as well is nice. So I'll get over it at some point. I'll be able to drive my car absolutely normally soon, you know.
Right, we better, we'll choose another tune. So of course we must also remember this is like a hospital podcast. I mean, we could talk about ourselves all day. That'd be fantastic. But
Really, that narcissism?
yes, of course we. So like, as always, we need to talk about some shows. Love a good show. Let's talk about the beach, right? So next year, 2022, gonna happen.
You look,
And it's gonna happen. Right?
that's the most confident I've seen you look about. I was after the beach for a while.
I'll miss it again.
So when was the last year that we were there? 2019?
2019.
Right? Wow,
2019 in
3
Tisno.
years.
Yeah, you're right. But now, as you know, now we're moving.
Yeah.
So it is June the 1st to June the 7th in Dermy in Albania.
Keep it in the river along here, and upright if you can, Frankie.
So highlights include
Team 23.
Shy FX
Mark
presents
Alex.
DJ Marky and Friends, Critical, Planet V, Spearhead, Solvent, Running the Jungle, AWOL, Flex Out, Overview, and Channel 1. Good Sales Hospitality. It's a brand new location. It's absolutely amazing. Very different. Tisno, we love Tisno, love Croatia. So sad that we couldn't do it one last time. But it'd be great to get out there. Let's cross our fingers. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This, of course, is the unmistakable sound of logistics called Boundless. It's a Horizon 5 soundtrack. Shout out to Matt and to the whole family. He's got a brand new EP coming out. Did you know this? End of January, beginning of February, called Love Letters EP.
Awesome.
One of the most prolific artists on the Hospital label, the Hospital catalogue.
How many? I mean,
Big love.
you probably don't know off the top of your head, but how many things has he put out? On...
7 albums.
Wow.
I think that's right.
7. Where does he find the time?
Victor's
Like, you know,
notoriously difficult to please, but he loves your driving, Frankie. Ready for the next setup?
When we were like working on, should we do a new EP? Yeah. Yeah, Chris, I've just sent 35 tracks into
One
the
flew
Dropbox.
over Cobalt's nest.
Amazing.
Action!
Amazing.
Now the supplies are delivered. Alex Cobalt must escape. Not from aliens, but from a phantasmagoria of fears and doubts tracing all the way back through everything you have experienced.
I don't know what a phantasmagoria is, but I've whacked a rally V8 in that thing, so give it the good. Barricades and ramps ahead. Keep your speed up. Victor wants us to go again.
Witches in the mix inflict the worst curse. Dry as a desert storm, the worst thirst. Terror from the rooftops, eyes look for targets. Devils in the aisle, beware in hell's market. Gotta keep your head when all becomes
C-25. One flew over Cobalt's nest. Action!
Now the supplies are delivered. Alex Cobalt must escape. Not from aliens, but from a phantasmagoria of fears and doubts tracing all the way back through everything you have experienced.
I don't know what a phantasmagoria is, but I've whacked a rally V8 in that thing, so give it the good. Barricades and ramps ahead. Keep your speed up. Hard turn onto some winding roads up ahead.
You learn to drive like that, Frankie.
Gotta keep your head when all becomes tragic. But I don't have to worry, I'm working with black magic.
And of course, this is the one and only Dynamite MC with graphics. It's called Black Magic. I just wanted to
I
plug
have some
Dominic's
ideas for some improvisation. We could do a scene along the beach, or around the airplane graveyard. I'm not sure which, so you choose.
Sommelier Instagram.
Do you want to tell the people what a sommelier is? Because I don't know if everyone knows this.
Sommelier is someone that's super clever and knows everything about wine. Like, I love wine and I know nothing about wine.
No, I don't.
But then I like to just hang out with Dominic, just slightly behind him and say everything that he says.
Okay, so if you know, for example, went up to him and gave him like a sort of £10 bottle of Tesco wine, what do you think he would say in
I think he'd probably just slap him. Really.
slap? Okay, so as far as violence, like...
But also the thing is, like,
Wow.
I know that he's the kind of guy, like, it's not about how much you spend, it's just about your palate, how much you love the grape, you name it.
Calculating
You know, like,
Chris, this is really inspiring.
But what you should do is check him out on Insta, Dom the Som, but that's D-O-M-M, the Som, S-O-M-M.
in 400
I mean, the man has
meters.
been in the fight
Turn
2
right.
times. He works at the Clove Club in Shoreditch, and trust me, he looks very different when he's down there to when he's on stage.
He's got a very good dress sense, that
The man of many talents.
Very, very, very much.
400 meters. Turn left.
Round one, begin! Dominate
And that, ladies and
danger
gentlemen,
sign.
was the
There's the
smoothest
sign.
transition
Bring the danger.
at Hospital
Now let's see
Records
how
this
far
year.
you
So,
can
I don't mind a mix like that.
okay, well, I mean, look, there's a lot of tune strokers out there,
In
Chris.
my day, mixing was just, you could take your time.
You can take your time.
Tunes are about 8 minutes
Yeah.
long.
Yeah,
you
yeah, true,
You could have
true.
a sandwich in between each
Okay,
tune. It's fantastic.
yeah. I didn't have to worry about carbon emissions and all the rest of it.
All
Yeah,
this-
all this new stuff.
All this double dropping, triple dropping.
400 meters. Turn left.
Oh, I do, I guess. So yeah, this track is by one of Hospital's newest signings. Someone that I really like as an individual, a teacher, a multi-instrumentalist. His name is Winslow, and his track is Midwest Shuffle.
Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, turn left.
So,
In
hailing
400
from
meters,
St.
turn
Louis,
right.
Missouri. Been there?
I've never been there, no.
Turn right.
He's a very, very cultured young man. He's been playing the viola, he teaches viola at college. Been playing since I think he was 5 or 6.
It's amazing, isn't it?
He's also seen his Insta, he's uploading his fantastic, like, little 16 playing that right bass.
Yeah.
Love all that.
He's a very unique character. He's very, very interesting, and he's an absolutely amazing producer. So I'm very glad you guys signed him.
And I've got to say, like, it was so good to see him at the Woods.
Yeah.
His first time in England ever. Amazing.
We did it.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
kind of flank. Breakdown coming. It's a bit like when you're playing Forza Horizon. It's like, look out!
Oh, no. Well, I'm
there's a
basically here
breakdown.
to help you. You know what I mean? I'm here to help. I mean, that's what I do, right?
Who is this, Andy?
So this track is Naparone, and it is by one of the legendary artists of Hospital and formerly Med School, Ethelwood, who has just released his first album on Hospital, but not his first album as a Hospital-affiliated artist, right?
Very true. Fact fans, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
A bit nerdy, but
Come to
okay.
Degs, come to Degs if you want the facts, you know what I mean? And it's 20 tracks, loads of different stuff like liquid, folk stuff, some kind of like stripped down things. He's also doing an audio-visual event, I believe, pretty soon.
So it's actually, it's like, it's a playback audio-visual but in Dolby 3D Atmos. He's mixed down a selection of tracks from the album, 3D Atmos, specifically the surround sound, and that will have been done by the time this is out, folks, but very, very special, right only, and very, very proud of Woody. Album is amazing. Album's called Neon Dust.
Really, really great stuff.